Well, let's go across to the other big international stories. Well, the worry now about the double mutant virus, which is showing up in India across the world, as more reports are coming in of this virus being reported, this double mutation virus being reported, and the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has called off his visit. Let's go across to Radhika Iyer live, who's been tracking that. This comes, of course, amid calls for India to actually put on Great Britain's red list. Radhika.
In breaking news that's just coming in, Sonia, India has now been added to the red list, the travel red list. Matt Hancock, the Health Secretary of the United Kingdom, has just made this announcement, which probably was a reaction to the mounting pressure that the UK government was facing from scientists, from public health authorities, from the Labour Party, from opposition, as well as Londoners, as well as people who live in the United Kingdom. What does this mean? This means that anybody traveling into the United Kingdom from India will have to compulsorily hotel quarantine for 10 working days or 10 days. This, of course, has not been in place until now because people have been quarantining themselves only at home. It's also a matter of fact that people are able to allow to enter the United Kingdom only on an emergency, case of an emergency, and not for a holiday. I have with me Michael Ludzenberger, who's a frequent traveler. Michael, you've traveled to what, 92 countries so far? 92 countries so far. My first question, of course, is your reaction to the fact that this announcement has just come in, that India has now finally made it to that red list. Good thing, bad thing? What do you think?
I think the way the situation have been going over the last few days in India, both with the number of cases and the new variant, it probably hasn't been a surprise that it is coming now, because other countries previously have been added to the list where it went to that extent.
Sure. And the fact that we in the UK are just now opening up after a prolonged lockdown, the 77 cases that have already been reported in the United Kingdom, that will have an impact, do you think?
Probably not to public life so much at the moment, I don't think, because we are just opening up and it is a small number. But I think the strict lockdown has worked in other countries, so it is probably the right thing to do at this moment in time. But also one thing to remember is that travel is still severely restricted anyway, so it won't have such a big impact because it's only people on emergency visas for health reasons, for example, or very specific traveling reasons are allowed into the UK, and British citizens are not allowed to travel for at least another month. So It will be only a very small number of people who are affected.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Michael. 77 cases of the Indian variant have been reported in the United Kingdom. This is a variant that was first tracked in India, and that has now been detected in the United Kingdom.
Thanks so much.
And this was as of 3 days ago. We are waiting for the fresh bulletin.